Creating three-dimensional computer graphics is very much like painting a scene. We as artists work with not only the subject and the colors, but also we use our imagination. And we can think about Maya as a canvas where we paint in order to create compelling images that may or may not be shown to the world. When we look at Maya as a palette, Maya paint effects can be thought of as a combination of some colors and special brushes. Maya Paint Effects is an interactive two-dimensional and three-dimensional painting system. Paint Effects is different than Maya Artisan. Paint Effects allows you to create imagery, not just manipulate geometry in order to paint your scene. The 2D painting system in Paint Effects allows you to paint on a two-dimensional canvas, much like other paint programs, such as Photoshop and Corel Painter. It works like an image paint program, allowing you to have a variety of brush styles. Some brushes work like traditional paint brushes. They can be used to simulate oil paints, pastels, pencils and pens, and other painting and drawing tools. Another type of brush that you can use is called a tube. A tube brush works by growing images as you define the brushstroke. For example, you can paint with roses and have the roses grow as you draw your brushstroke. This makes for a very flexible painting system. Maya Paint Effects is also a complete three-dimensional painting system. It allows you to draw objects and brushstrokes directly in a three-dimensional space. These objects and brushstrokes are also three-dimensional. You can think of 3D painting as giving you the ability to paint your scene with objects and brushstrokes. When you use Paint Effects for three-dimensional painting, each stroke creates objects in your scene. You can paint these brushstrokes directly in the scene, or you can paint strokes directly on an object. Let's take an example of flowers in a flower bed. There are a variety of preset brushes that use what are called tube objects. These are three-dimensional objects that grow from your brushstroke. So you can choose different flowers and paint them in the flower bed where you want them to be. Another example is the one to the right. You can see that we've created an underwater scene completely populated by Paint Effects objects.